There's a photograph that came out of Chauncey Billups, who was arrested yesterday morning, coming out of the building after his court appearance. And I mean, listen, it wouldn't be a big deal with a guy that was arrested coming out from a building after his court appearance and all that. He didn't answer any questions. He just got into the vehicle and left. But there was one interesting thing that happened when he stepped out of the building and that everybody saw, which I'm going to show you an image of now. And I want you to just look at it, and I want you to put in the comments after this video, under this video, what is the first thing that goes through your mind when you see this photograph of Chauncey Billups coming out of that building after his court appearance? So take a look at this photo and I'll be right back. All right, this is getting weirder and weirder. First, I was doing my research on this after you saw this photo now. And I found out that Chauncey Billups' daughter works for Clutch Sports Group. So I'm like, okay, so maybe she just got the sweatshirt, she gave it to Chauncey Billups, and that's how it, ended up in his hands. But still, it's a weird choice for him to wear to his court appearance that has to do with illegal gambling and betting on NBA games. Now, then I look a little bit deeper and I see who is Chauncey Billups' agent. And then I look into it, like what agency does his agent work for? So there's an agency called ASM Sports, I believe, that Andy Miller, who is Chauncey Billups' agent, created. Okay. Now, supposedly, as I'm looking right now, and I'm on Sports Agent Blog, in 2021, in May 2021, Andy Miller joined the agent of Chauncey Billups joined Clutch Sports Group, and there's a little paragraph written on there that Clutch Sports Group welcomes Andy Miller and several others this week. Miller will be leading a new division in representing NBA coaches and executives. As an ex-player agent, Miller has negotiated over $2 billion in deals and currently represents Chauncey Billups and Nick Nurse. Andy Miller was one of the most notable NBA agents early in, and it just stops there. So this was probably copied from another website, probably from Clutch's website, but whatever, I'm not going there. You're looking at this situation. I've seen a post that was online, that was actually on X, showing this photo of Chauncey Billups in the Clutch Sports Group sweatshirt, the hoodie. And it said that he did it on purpose during his hearing, and knowing that he's going to be photographed from all different directions, that to send a message to Clutch Sports, get me out of here, I'm going to have to tell him everything. That's what that post on X said. I'm not saying there's anything to tell. I'm just telling you that I saw a post on X. That's it. So people are already making up conspiracies and stories and, creating connections when factually right now there are none, unless we find out something different in the coming days. But either way, I mean, looking at him, knowing what this hearing was about, his appearance in court, that this is about gambling, illegal gambling and betting on NBA games and illegal poker games and all that other stuff. Supposedly, Chauncey Billups is not involved in the NBA connections, just illegal poker games and stuff like that, which we don't even know it's he's going to be really guilty of, because he's not guilty until proven otherwise. So, we didn't have a trial. We didn't have any evidence shown in court yet or anything like that. It was just a hearing. All of this has to work its way through the system, and we will see what will come out of it. But either way, I mean, it's definitely interesting that the choice that he made to wear that specific sweatshirt, again, knowing that he's going to be photographed from every single direction, walking out of that courtroom, walking into the courtroom. When he got out, there was no statement made by him or his team. He just got out of the building, calmly walked to the vehicle, got in the vehicle, and left. There was no comment. There was no statement. There was no answering questions. There was zero. He just came out and left after his appearance. It's just weird. It's just weird. Like I said, there is no connection of Clutch into this right now. There's no connection of LBJ into this right now, other than Damon Jones, giving information to people that LeBron's going to be missing a game, or Anthony Davis will be missing a game for the Lakers or something like that because of a sore ankle. And we don't know if that information came willingly from LeBron, or was it just something that, Damon James knew and shared it with other people and gave out illegal information without LeBron James knowing about it. That's certainly possible. There's no question. So we can't tell him, or we can't say about him that he's involved in this, because we just don't know. There's not one fact supporting this yet, and there may never be any. But we see these, we hear these connections, we hear these people, and Damon Jones was pretty close with LeBron James, and that's why these stories are starting to be created and starting to spread a little bit, and things like that. But on the other hand, we already see an army of LeBron James supporters going out there, talking about it, protecting him, trying to protect his image and all that. And the only way they can do that is, as always, not really support LeBron James, but attack Michael Jordan. So they're bringing up clips from Michael Jordan's past and gambling and stuff like that, which Michael Jordan was involved in, and an investigation was done. There was no wrongdoing. He gambled on poker games. He gambled roulette. He played whatever, but it was never any connection with any NBA games or anything like that. So it is what it is. It's their normal tactic. But it was definitely interesting that Chauncey Billups wore that specific shirt, that hoodie that said Clutch Sports Group, to that appearance in court regarding illegal gambling on NBA games and poker games and things like that. So in the comments, please let me know what was the first thought that came to your mind when you saw that photograph, because not many people have seen it yet. I thought I'd share it. It was interesting to me. So now I've shared it with you. All right. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And there will be more information coming on this story when it breaks and when it comes out and when it's actually factual. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.